Hello everybody. So today we're going to make our third piece in this desk set. We've made the notebook holder, the notepad holder with the little pocket, and we've made the little composition book that can go in your purse or sit on your desk, whatever. And today we're going to make a sticky note holder. So I'm going to show you with these white pieces how we put the base together because it is easier to see on the white. But then when we put it together, I'm going to use the regular colors and everything. So, okay, so I need 2 pieces of cardstock. And one of them needs to be, oops, flip this so I've got the edge. Now I've got both my scoring and my cutter blades on here right now. So, get this out, both of these arms out for now. I've got so much stuff here, and I want to be on screen, so on camera. So, all right. So first piece needs to be 3 3/4 by 10 1/2. So let's do this 10 1/2 for my length, and I'm not cutting much off because, of course, this is an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper. So just 1/2 inch coming off, and then you need 3 3/4. So we'll turn 3 3/4 right here, straight up. I may have to turn it around because I've got that other blade there and it's kind of interfering with me going as high as I need to. So I'm just going to line it up right here. There we go. Take that little bit off. Okay, so this is 3 3/4 by 10 1/2. It's our first piece. Our second piece needs to be 4 3/4, which I think we should be there. Okay, so it needs to be 4 3/4. Oops, a little bit over. 4 3/4. Again, I'm going to have to switch it over and get that last little bit because I've got the scoring blade on there. And I don't want to take it off because I'm going to be using it. But I could pop it off if it was, really bugging me. Okay, so 4 3/4 by 7. Okay, slide it down. Let's do this way because that edge is kind of funky. Okay, so here are my 2 pieces. I'm going to flip this over and we're going to do some scoring with the score blade, which is not a blade. It just puts a crease in things. Those of you used to using like the Martha Stewart scoreboard, it's the same thing. It's just on this little track is all. Okay, so on the 10 1/2 inch piece, on the long side, I'm going to score at 4. Slide to the 4 inch. 8. 9. And 10. I know you can't see, but all my numbers are here on a number line, and I'm just sliding down until I get to the number. Okay, so this piece, now if you can see the score lines, I'm going to go ahead and fold them. I'm folding this one inward, and I'll show you why in just a second. So the point of this is going to attach here, this little extra piece, going to attach here, and this will go up. And this makes my little base, my easel. Okay, so this is the back panel piece of what I'm making. Okay, so let's put that one aside. Now on this one, this is my 4 3/4 by 7 inches long. On the long side at the top, I'm going to score at 4 and 4 1/2. And then I'm going to flip it the other way, and I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, and then turn it around and score at 1/2 inch on the other side. And you'll notice that I'm using the shorter end for the 1/2 inch. It just is easier for me. I've already marked it, so you can see I've put little marks here at the 1/2 inch and the 1 inch. So it's just easier for me to score the, the shorter scoring there. Okay, so you probably can't see the score marks, but I'm going to go ahead and fold them so you can. And where is my, there we go. This makes it so much easier. This cardstock is pretty thick. Okay. That. And then I have these two. One here. And one there. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is there is a little square here. And I'm going to cut that out. Do not need that. I'm going to cut it inward. And then to make it easier for me to cut, I'm going to fold these two back so that you see it's kind of sticking out, and then I can just trim it right off. Here we go. Do the same on the other side. Sorry for shadow. I don't have any natural light this morning yet, and so I'm kind of winging it with just a lamp with a daylight bulb that it's not as good. Okay. Now, the way this will go together is be folded like this. Back the other way because I folded it the wrong way for a bit. And these two sides will be folded in here. Now, I don't really like the way these high sides look on it. So I'm going to do some trimming, and this is just kind of, I'm eyeballing it really. Okay, so let me get it exactly how I want it, everything lined up, and then I'll take a pencil and just kind of mark right there, and then do the same thing on the other side. And I could tell you the measurements, couldn't I? That would be really nice, is if I measured it for you and just told you how far down I cut it. Though my lazy method works too. Okay, so it is 1.5 inches. So I'm just going to cut 1.5 inches down on each side. Okay, so I'm going to cut in, and then I'm just going to cut this off. And that's purely because I don't like the way those high sides look. You can keep them if you want, but I just don't think they look good. The other thing you could do is maybe come in and slant them. And so there's a little bit there. That would look nice also. But I'm just cutting them off. Because again, lazy. Okay, so let me show you. First piece that we set aside, we would put some score tape right here on this little flap. Okay, and it would hold together like this. So let me go ahead and do that so you get the full effect. Well, you know what? I'm not going to, because I'm going to do it with the actual colored paper that we're using. So that would go like this and hook together. And then this one would go like this, be hooked together, and then be hooked to the front of this. So you can see how that goes together. Okay, so let's do it with the actual papers that I'm planning on doing it now that you've got a good view with the white. So here we go. This is that same Summer Days color that I've used on everything else, and I've already scored it all up. And this is the Catalina Splash, same thing, I've scored it up. Now what I did with this top piece, I rounded the corners, and I did that with, again, just personal preference. I did that with the We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper, I think they call it. And I rounded the corners on the edges. You just stick it in there and round them. I just like the way it looks. Okay, and then I need to take, I'm using all scraps from everything I've made so far. So let's see, how much of this am I going to need? I don't want. So I'm going to put a little of this at the top here. And I'm not going to need it all the way down because you're not going to see it. So let's see. This, I believe. Okay, it is 3 1/4. So I'm going to come in and maybe like 1/8 of an inch. So what is that? 3 and 5/8. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to do 3 5/8, and then maybe like 2.5 inches tall. Okay, let's see. 3 5/8 there. And I know I'm off screen a little bit, but I'm just slicing this at 3 3. Okay, well, I'm at the score end. That would not work now, would it? Yes, if I just want to put a crease in, that would be good. So let's do 3 5/8 right there, up. And then let's see how far down I want it to go. I just want it to go that at the top. Well, this is fine. I can leave it like this. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to put it on there like that because I've got the corners rounded. So I'm going to stick this paper into this 1/4 inch corner rounder. Corner chomper, Crocodile corner chomper by We Are Memory Keepers. That's what it's called. And I'm going to just glue that right down there. I like to do the decorating before I put everything together. Okay, so let's just use the liquid, I guess, for this. We don't need it to hold really quickly. And this way I can move it around a bit. Okay. So let's see, just kind of get it even there. Rub it down. There we go. There's that piece. Now in the front, I'm going to want a piece here. So let's see what we have for scraps now. Okay. So I'm going to do that same 3 5/8, but I want to go up. Let's see, how tall do I want it to be? It is about 2 1/2, so I'm going to do 2 7/8. Okay. So 3 5/8 by 2 7/8. And 8. There we go. Let's hope I did that measuring on the fly right. See how this looks. Yep, that's it. Oh, no, it's supposed to go up here, right? Yeah, up here. Okay, I measured the wrong area. So let's see. Let me measure this again. This is a shorter area. I was measuring that long one. That's not where we're going to put it. Okay, 2 1/2. So I want it at, let's see, 2 3/8. Gosh, not 7/8. 2 3/8. So one more time. This is my long one. Yeah, 2 3/8. So right before that 2 1/2 inch. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's it. I'm not going to round the corners because this is squared off, so I'll just leave it like that. So let's put a little adhesive on here. Wait a minute, that looks very crooked. What the heck? Let me check this out. Okay, because it is. All right. Apparently I had it tilted. Okay, don't do what I do. Don't tilt your paper when it's in the little thing. And you know, you could make a craft 20 times off camera and everything works out perfectly. And as soon as you get on camera to make it, you just lose your mind and you've forgotten how it works. That's for me anyways. I don't know about anybody else, but that's how it works for me. Okay. All right, so we've got these pieces like this together like this. I'm going to finish decorating this front really quickly. So I cut out another one of these, just like I did on these others. I used the nesting ovals again. I know my last video, I kept saying circles. I really do know my shapes. And then I have this one. And then I cut out one more of this paper that I'm using. And I cut out so where there's just a little flower. I hope you can see that. So I'm going to put these together. And then I cut out a bee. Let's find my bee that I cut out. And I'm going to attach him like that. I just thought it was cute. You know, these can be decorated any way you want. But let me start putting these together. This one, get it even in there. This little one. These ovals go pretty small in this nesting set. Nesting dies. Like that. And let me show you the nesting dies just one more time if I have them out. Yes, I didn't put them back. So you can see the variety, and every other one just cuts the circles. And again, if you want to see how that works on the machine, I'm happy to show that. Okay, so we're going to put that about there. And I'm going to wait and put the bee on afterwards because I'm going to pop him up a little bit. So I'm going to put the whole thing together before I attach the bee. Okay, first things first, let's put the back together. Okay, so the back, again, it just folds down like this. And then these scores at the bottom, it's going to be the mountain and valley. So one up, then the little one down, because I'm going to attach like that and make myself an easel. Okay, let's get my score tape. I want this to be firm, and I don't want to have to hold it in place with a few seconds for it to dry. So let's put it all the way across. Okay. Again, finish that down. Pick this up. So this is double-sided tape, in case any of you don't know that. Double-sided tape, it's sticky on both sides, and it's got just a paper coating. So once you get it down where you want it, you remove that paper coating. And let's get that lined up just right. Okay. Here we go. And we'll press it so it stays. And then fold that bottom in again. So there we go. So now let's put this one together. We're going to put the score tape just on here because it's going to go on the outside. We just need it on one flap. So we're going to put it here, both sides. I'm happy to report that my score tape, this double-sided tape, is still working because, yeah, I might have spilled an entire glass of tea on my desk one day. And you can see how this all got wet. But I saved it quickly and I let it dry out and it still works. So I thought, oh my gosh, I ruined an entire thing. Not to mention the fact that the project I was working on was then ruined. And yeah, ruined some paper. I ruined a bunch of stuff. And you'd think I would learn my lesson, but guess what? My tea's sitting right here. Oh my goodness. I do not learn. I clearly do not learn. Okay, so let's get this lined up so it's even with the bottom and all the way over. There we go. And then do the same thing on this side. The top and bottom to line up and even. And just kind of press it down a little bit so it doesn't come up. Okay, now we're going to take our easel. And this, if I did all the measuring right, it should fit exactly. You know what? I might round these corners right here because they're rounded on here. Okay, this is going to be a little harder, which is why I like the corner chomp, because it'll go through a lot. Press this down because this is a couple layers. There we go. And there we go. I think it's just going to look more finished. Yeah. With the round at the top, just like I have it on here. And of course it does. Okay, so now I'm going to attach this to the back. And again, I think I'm going to use this double-sided tape so I know it's going to stay down. And one more. I think how to do it. This, I think, is something that a paper crafter cannot do without. I really think this is an important item to have in your arsenal of adhesives. You know, and different adhesives are for different things, and this one I just really love for making boxes or projects like this. Get this side. There we go. Oops. Uh-oh. I didn't get that attached enough. It was trying to come up. All the adhesive was trying to come up. That's not good. And whenever this stuff doesn't work exactly like I think it should, I'm like, because you dumped an entire glass of tea on it. What did you expect? I don't know. Okay. Go. And then we're going to line this up and attach it. So I want to line it up at the bottom, line it up at the top. There you go. Got it all lined up. Now we're going to get our little bee ready. Okay, where did it go again? And I think I'm going to kind of do him a little like that. And I want to pop him up. I mean, I know it's going to go on the front of a desk, but I want to pop him up. So I'm going to put a couple of these little foam squares on here. They've got the little backing. Get those off. And then I'm going to put him right here. Just like that. I love that. I love that little guy. I'm going to make him move a little bit. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to glaze his wings because I can never leave well enough alone. So this I have to sit and dry a little bit, but I'm going to put like this clear glaze coating on his wings. Not his whole body, just his wings. And I don't know if you can see that, but now his wings are kind of gray, raised and glossy. So that's going to look cute. But I'm going to have to leave him set like this because it will run a little bit until it starts to dry. So there we go. I think that turned out cute. Let me find some sticky notes to put inside. I like that. Okay, so we've got this, the sticky note holder that sits on an easel. We have got this little notepad, little composition book that's covered. And we have this notepad holder. And we could stick a pin in here. Let's see, I only have this pencil right here right now, but find one that matches. I'm sure I do. Stick that in there and you have a whole set for a gift for somebody. The other thing you could also do is take a large composition book and cover it exactly how we did this one. And I will put links below to the first two videos where I did these so that you can see how this all went together if you want to make all three pieces. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and happy crafting.